What if the problem was never your words? What if it was something deeper, something nobody ever sat down and taught you? This is the story of Maya, and it might be the most important story you hear this week. There was a girl named Maya who lived in a small, quiet town near the mountains. Every evening, she sat on the rooftop of her house, watching the sun disappear behind the hills. Alone, she was a sharp-feeling girl, with a heart full of thoughts that nobody ever asked about. But there was one painful thing in her life that had quietly broken her from the inside. No matter what, Maya said, people always took it the wrong way. She would try to help someone, and they would think she was interfering. She would try to give advice, and people would say she was being rude. She would try to share her feelings, and people would call her too emotional and too sensitive for her own good. Her own mother once said to her, "Maya, why do you always make things so complicated with your words?" That sentence sat inside Maya's chest like a stone she could not remove. No matter how hard she tried, she started going quiet. She stopped sharing. She stopped trying. Completely. From the outside, people saw a cold and distant girl who did not care about anyone around her. But from the inside, Maya was a girl who cared so deeply that the pain of being misunderstood had slowly turned her completely silent. She thought there was something broken inside her that could never be fixed by anyone. One summer, Maya's grandmother came to stay with the family for 3 long months. Grandma Claire was an old woman with silver hair, slow steps, and eyes that saw things most people completely missed in life. She had lived a full and difficult life. She had lost her husband young, raised 3 children alone, and still somehow managed to smile warmly at strangers on the street. Every single morning without fail, people in the family said Grandma Claire had a rare gift. That wherever she went, people opened up to her, like flowers opening slowly. In the early morning light, Maya watched her grandmother. From a careful distance, in those first few days, at the dinner table, Grandma Claire never spoke about herself first. She always turned to whoever was quietest in the room and asked something small and genuinely real. She would say to Maya's younger brother, "You look tired today, sweetheart. What happened at school that you are not telling anyone?" The boy, who had said nothing all evening, suddenly started talking for 20 full minutes. Without stopping once, Maya saw this happen again and again every single day, without fail. She saw her aunt, who never shared anything personal with anyone, sitting with Grandma Claire one afternoon and crying openly about things she had carried alone inside for years. She saw the neighbor boy, who was known as rude and difficult, sitting beside her grandmother, speaking softly about his hard home life. For the very first time, Maya could not understand it at all. She went to her grandmother one quiet evening and asked directly, "Grandma, how do you do it? How does everyone trust you so quickly and so completely?" Grandma Claire looked at Maya for a long moment with those calm, deep eyes of hers. Then she said something simple that Maya was not expecting at all. "I stopped trying to be understood. I focused only on understanding others first." Maya frowned and said, "But Grandma, I also try to understand people. I try to help them. I try so hard to say the right things every single time." Grandma Claire nodded slowly and said, "Maya, tell me honestly, when someone is talking to you, where is your mind? At that exact moment, truly." Maya paused. She thought hard and honestly about this question. She realized that while people talked to her, she was already thinking about what to say next. She was already preparing her response, her advice, her solution, before the other person had even finished speaking their full truth to her. Grandma Claire saw the realization
clearly, like a shadow lifting.
She said gently, "When you are preparing your answer, you are no longer truly listening, and people feel that absence deeply inside, even when they cannot name it properly. That evening, something shifted quietly but permanently. Inside Maya's heart forever. The next morning, Maya decided. She went to the small shop at the corner of the street where Mr. Harold sat. Every single morning without fail, he was an old shopkeeper who everyone in the neighborhood knew as grumpy, difficult, and nearly impossible to talk to comfortably. Most people avoided long conversations with him completely. They would say their hello, grab their things, and leave as quickly as possible. But Maya walked in that morning with a completely different intention. In her heart, she looked at Mr. Harold and asked genuinely, "Mr. Harold, how long have you been running this shop now?" He looked up slowly, surprised. Nobody usually asked him. He said after a pause, 31 years now, young lady." Maya did not move to the next topic quickly. She stayed right there with him, inside that answer fully and completely. She said, 31 years. That is a long time. You must have seen this whole neighborhood change so much." Mr. Harold looked at her for a long moment. Then something in his old face softened visibly, and slowly, he started talking. He talked about how the street used to look when he first opened his doors. He talked about the families that had moved away over the years. He talked about his late wife, who used to bring him coffee every single afternoon without ever being asked. Once, Maya did not interrupt. Even once. She did not check her phone. She did not glance toward the door. She just listened, with her whole self completely present, in that small, quiet shop. When she finally left, 20 minutes later, Mr. Harold said something he had never said to any customer before in all his years. "Come again, young lady. It was really good to talk to someone today." Maya walked home, feeling something warm and unfamiliar spreading through her chest like sunlight through a window. She went to Grandma Claire and told her everything about the conversation at the shop. Grandma Claire listened carefully and then said, with a quiet, knowing smile, "Now tell me, Maya, in those 20 minutes, how many times did you speak about yourself?" Maya thought back honestly and said, "Almost never." Grandma Claire nodded and said, "And yet, did you feel truly connected to him?" Maya said, genuinely surprised by her own honest answer. "Yes, more than I have felt connected to people I have known for years." Grandma Claire said softly, "Asterisks, that is the secret that most people never discover in their entire lifetime, Maya. Connection does not come from being interesting to others. It comes from being genuinely interested in others." Asterisk, she continued quietly. Asterisk, Maya, you were never broken. You were just trying to connect from the completely wrong direction. Asterisk, those words broke something open inside Maya that had been locked tight and hurting for years. Weeks passed, and Maya kept practicing this one simple but powerful thing every single day. Without exception, she listened more, she spoke less, she asked more genuine questions, and gave fewer quick opinions, and ready-made solutions. She stopped trying to fix people's problems immediately and started simply sitting with them, inside their feelings first, without rushing anywhere. Something remarkable began happening around her slowly and beautifully. The same people who used to say she was difficult and complicated started coming to her with their real problems openly and without hesitation. Her mother, who had once said Maya made everything too complicated, started sitting with her in the kitchen every evening just to talk and share about her day. Her younger brother, who never shared anything personal with anyone, started knocking on her bedroom door at night with things on his mind that he simply could not tell. Anyone else in the world, her old friends, who had slowly drifted away over the years, started calling again, with real conversations that lasted for hours, deep into the night. Maya had not changed her personality at all. She had simply learned to direct her full and honest attention outward, instead of turning it nervously and constantly inward. On herself one afternoon, a serious argument broke out inside the family about an important decision that was dividing everyone loudly into two sides. Voices were rising fast. Old wounds were being opened, one by one. Nobody was truly hearing anyone else at all. In that room, Grandma Claire sat quietly, in the corner watching everything unfold, with calm and patient eyes that had seen much worse in their long lifetime. Then she pointed gently toward Maya and said simply and clearly, "Let Maya speak." Everyone went quiet, out of deep respect for the old woman. Maya stood up, slowly. Her heart was beating fast, but her mind was steady and clear. As still water, she did not take any side. She did not argue for herself or for anyone else. In that room, she looked at the loudest person and asked with complete calm, "Tell me honestly, what are you most afraid of losing here?" The person stopped mid-sentence, looked down at the floor, then spoke. The real and honest truth beneath all the anger. For the very first time, then Maya turned to the other side and asked gently, "And what do you truly want for this family at the end of all of this?" That person also paused completely, then also spoke something real and honest and raw from their heart. Within just a few quiet minutes, both sides realized their deepest fear and their deepest hope were actually pointing toward the exact same thing all along. That night, Maya sat beside her grandmother on the rooftop under the wide open sky. The mountains were dark shapes. In the far distance, the town was quiet and still. Far below them, Grandma Claire put her old warm hand gently over Maya's hand and said softly, "Maya, do you know what you have truly found?" Maya said quietly, "I think I finally found why people were always misunderstanding me, Grandma." Grandma Claire shook her silver head slowly and said, "No, my dear, you found something so much bigger than that." She said, "You found that the most powerful thing one human being can offer another is their full, honest, and undivided attention." She looked up at the stars above them and continued, "Asterisks, in a world where everyone is talking, everyone is posting, everyone is shouting, just to be noticed and heard, the rarest and most precious gift you can give anyone is this one thing." Asterisk, she squeezed Maya's hand gently and said clearly, asterisk, "Stop, look, listen, and make them feel that in this one moment they are the most important person in the entire world to you." Asterisk, Maya felt those words settle deep into her bones, like warmth spreading through cold hands. On a winter night, she understood now that she had never been broken at all. She had never been too much, too complicated, or too emotional for this world. She had simply been looking for connection in a place it was never going to be found, in her own voice, instead of in someone else's story. My friends, there is a Maya in every single one of us. There is a person inside each of us who has felt invisible, misunderstood, or simply too much for the people around them. But the truth that Grandma Claire gave Maya that night on the rooftop is the same truth. That can change everything for you too. Starting today, people do not remember the smartest thing. They remember how you made them feel when they were speaking, and you were completely, fully, honestly. There, stop performing, stop preparing. Your next sentence, stop waiting impatiently. For your turn to speak, start listening. Start seeing. Start making the person right in front of you feel like their story truly and deeply matters. Because it does. And so does yours. Now, if this story touched something real inside you today, I want you to do one thing. Share this with one person in your life who needs to feel heard. Right now, one person who has been carrying something heavy and quietly waiting for someone to finally ask. That one small share might be the most powerful thing you do today. And if you want to go even deeper, our next story is something very few people ever talk about. It is about why the most successful people in any room are almost never the loudest ones in it. It is about a silent habit that changes how people see you without you saying a single extra word. Subscribe right now so you do not miss it when it drops, because that next story, it might be the one that finally changes everything for you.